LeBron prove he's still the best player in the NBA?
Is Durant still hurt? Okay.
That guy.
Is Kawhi still a champion in Cancun and the best two-way player we've seen?
Wow.
Is LeBron the back-to-back MVP? Oh, no. Is LeBron even the best player on his team, damn it? I'm going to go to the Lakers banquet to figure that one out. You ever seen that when they give out the awards and the guy who wins the awards on the outside ain't the one who wins it on the inside on the team, actually? Anthony Davis had a better game than LeBron last night. All right. The question, I'm so sorry. Is LeBron still the best player in the NBA? What the hell are y'all talking about? No. LeBron still has a peak height, a peak performance level that he can touch. Every now and then, when he activates it, and it's usually in the fourth quarter and around 5 minutes to go. I don't know, Acho might show you some of this. But the point of it is, I'm talking about give me 48 and then give me 82. And if you're going to be the best player in the world, you got to show it to me. You can't be the best player in the world. Last year, you didn't even make the playoffs. You can't be the best player in the world and let other guys be in your rare space. And it can't just be when you want to be the best player in the world. It's a responsibility that comes from being the best player in the world. So last night I saw LeBron do what LeBron can do. And I'm going to give him credit because everyone thinks I'm a Laker hater, LeBron hater. Wrong. Here are the facts. LeBron James not only is doing textbook things out there, he's writing the book when he's out there. LeBron James, when he went to the rim against Jamal Murray, did y'all watch how he did it? LeBron James is so smart, and coaches used to always try to tell us this. Don't go where the ball is, go where the ball is going. LeBron James met Jamal Murray where the ball was going, and Jamal Murray, caught up in the air, was like, oh, my God. And I saw the game swing in that moment because LeBron James activated for a short time that he still has best player in the world in his body, in his DNA. But unfortunately, he doesn't activate it enough to be called the best player in the game still.
Marcellus, you sounded a little bit confused there. It's going to be a rough block for you, I can already tell. Okay. You keep mentioning the first 48 as if this is a homicide investigation show, my brother. Can we talk about the game of basketball and what LeBron does do with the minutes he gets? Let me talk about these gentlemen that you mentioned. Kevin Durant, sir. Heard also Kevin Durant without the Golden State Warriors. We already know what that looked like. Kawhi Leonard is at home. Why? Because Kawhi Leonard couldn't activate his superpowers. But let's talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's talk about him, the reigning MVP you speak of. See, because Marcellus, LeBron showed us exactly why he is still the best player in the NBA. 5 minutes, 36 seconds left yesterday. There was a timeout. Jamal Murray, the Nuggets have been cooking. They had gone 5 for 5, Marcellus. 5 for 5. LeBron says, hey, give me Murray. Give me Murray. He leads to a steal right there.
What time?
After the steal with 5:36 now, it's moving.
Is that the fourth quarter?
KCP, bucket. Now all of a sudden the Lakers have a lead. But the Nuggets get another bucket. LeBron says, don't worry. Give me Murray. Another lockdown possession. Goes down on the other end of the court and gets another bucket. Now, why is this a big deal? I don't care to see the highlights. Let them see me.
Me either.
This is a big deal because Giannis, the defensive player of the year, the MVP, so the person who is in the argument with LeBron James for best player in the world, he had his opportunity to do this against Jimmy Butler, Eastern Conference semis. Jimmy Butler was cooking. Giannis didn't step up to the plate because there are levels, there are heights to greatness, there are heights and levels to being the best player in the world. LeBron James showed us again why he is the best player in the world. After he went Marcellus to D up Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray went 0 for 3 from the field the rest of the game. Ew. Jamal Murray had a turnover. Oh, my God.
He had a turnover?
Yeah, he did. In the last 5 minutes. Jamal Murray had a turnover and went 0 for 3 from the field. Yeah, he did.
And a turnover.
Oh, you're going to act like that's not a big deal?
Turnover.
Then that's the deciding factor in the game.
How about his 32 points?
Yeah, not on LeBron James. How about that?
LeBron was out
not
there.
On the best player in the world.
LeBron was out there, but he wasn't activating yet.
No, it's not a matter of activating. It's a matter of working smarter, not harder. That's the problem, Mr. Columbia. You worked harder and smarter. Yeah. You got to pick and choose when you got to do one. Because right now, who's up 3-1? Who up 3-1? Go ahead, say it.
Oh, you going to go there?
3-1.
Yeah, Anthony Davis and the Lakers.
No. LeBron, King, James.
Slick Rick, help him out, Slick.
I don't need no help, Slick.
There's times where I think that Acho is the most aggravating person on this show. And then Marcellus, you come with an argument like you have today.
It was amazing.
And it makes me rethink that position. Look, don't take my word for it that LeBron James has proved last night that he's the best player in the game.
Who are we going to take?
Kevin Durant, are you getting ahead on your absentee ballots? Kevin Durant is not in the conversation. He's not here. Kawhi Leonard.
Oh.
He's not here. Once again, stop Kawhiing about Kawhi Leonard.
Marcellus Kawhi.
I'm done with that. LeBron James
Marcellus
is the
Kawhi,
only guy
baby.
in this conversation who is still playing. But as I said, don't take my word for it. Take Frank Vogel's. I'm not going to call stats. I'm going to call witnesses. Frank Vogel, in the last 5 minutes of last night's game, called Anthony Davis's number exactly one time. What did he do with it? He fumbled the ball out of bounds.
He did.
LeBron James, how did he end up scoring 6 of their last 9 points? By getting to the free throw line. That's my second witnesses, the 3 referees. Because not only did they give them the benefit of the doubt in defending Jamal Murray, they gave him the benefit of doubt at the other end of the floor. If your coach and the referees and the opposition all look at you as the best player on the floor, then how can we say that Anthony Davis or guys that aren't even playing right now deserve that moniker? Oh, and by the way,
my God.
I'll add Draymond Green to my witnesses, who, and I quote, said, when it comes to Jamal Murray, he hasn't earned that call against LeBron in that moment. You know what that moment is? That's the winning time moment. That's when your best players get the benefit. That's when your best players have the ball in their hands. The only guy that you can say is in competition with LeBron James for that title right now is Anthony Davis. And Frank Vogel and the referees and Draymond Green all made the point. Not his time. Not quite yet.
The verdict is in.
The verdict is in,
Your Honor.
Your Honor. We have a hung jury right here, Your Honor. No verdict in right now. I can't believe, Slick Rick, you're an Ivy Leaguer like me. How did you fall prey to this state school logic like Acho is over here professing? We are not from the same game anymore. LeBron, you want to use the argument, all the other guys aren't here, so LeBron is the best player. But LeBron wasn't here last year at this time, and guess what? He didn't lose his status, did he? Did he lose his status?
Did.
And okay,
He did.
Y'all be falling into these traps.
We were talking about
I
Kawhi
literally
Leonard being
wrote
the
here.
best player earlier this season.
I'm so glad y'all said that. So now, LeBron lost his status as the greatest player in the year. And y'all trying to tell me to earn it back, all he did was play great for 5 minutes,
not true.
add Anthony Davis for the whole year so they go from a non-playoff team to the #1 seed. And that's how you earn it back when the best player on your team may not even be you. How do you go from losing your status to gaining it back?
Can I get some Advil? I got a headache.
Please answer that.
Nonsense is giving me a headache.
How do you gain it back when you add Anthony Davis to the mix and you go from non-playoff to #1 seed and you only activate in a game?
Look, you take this, Slick.
Game 4 for 5 minutes. How did he earn back? He's the best player in the world.
This is the part that I really don't understand. First of all, can I get the full screen?
You just told me that.
Yes.
Can I get the clutch screen? Can we go back to this?
Oh.
What do I have here?
Anthony
Davis.
Davis.
What do I have here? I have a list of clutch players.
Where's LeBron?
Or do I have a list of, these aren't even Robins. These are Godfrey. This is the cat that's in the freaking bat cave.
How can I help you, Batman?
At the very best.
Wow. Gasol is not even a Robin?
You shoot great percentages when you only take shots that aren't necessarily in the clutch, that simply are putbacks and they're easy shots to take. Again,
what this got to do with
Game 3, Anthony Davis did not take a single shot in the last 5 minutes. In Game 4, did not take a single shot in the last 5 minutes.
He got hurt.
Look, I have an issue with LeBron James in terms of activating or not activating.
Thank you.
But the fact of the matter is, when he pushes the button, it works.
Thank you.
Nobody's even allowing Anthony Davis anywhere near that button to push it because he hasn't demonstrated that he is the best player.
Get him, Slick.
LeBron James has done it time after time after time, and he did it again last night. Look, I don't like that he always applies it. But you yourself, Marcellus,
you better bob
said
Marcellus.
the problem is
I said what?
He's the best player, and he doesn't always activate it. What was the first part of that? He's the best player.
That is me using your logic against you. You can't.
The best player.
Slick Rick, you can't be the best player but then it's only going to come when you desire to be the best player.
That it actually shows that you're the best.
Because no, it doesn't. Because there's a responsibility to being the best player. And look, last year, I thought LeBron was the best player. He got hurt. They didn't make the playoffs. And I'm like, ooh, they better not take his status. You said they did. Okay. I just don't see how you climb up out of the cellar by adding Anthony Davis, who actually had a better year than LeBron James, and then you're going to say that LeBron James did this all by himself, and he's now the best player. But that's not even my argument.
What is it? What is it?
That's
I'm waiting for it. I am waiting for it.
That's just me just shooting y'all down when y'all on the side of me. What I'm going directly at is the fact that last night I saw Jamal Murray have 32 points on 60% shooting.
What do you have on LeBron?
But everybody's trying to act like, oh, LeBron shut him down for the last 5 minutes, and that's it.
No, I wouldn't go there.
It does happen. It does happen. But, you know, they would have won this game if they would have just got the average Jokic. Just the same old Jokic.
Oh, so you're going to bring
a guy
Jokic
who's
in
averaging 25 points, who lets Jeremy Grant outscore him last night.
Watch out for the stray bullets.
And all I'm
Watch out
is,
for the stray bullets, Jokic.
Y'all will hang
Watch out for the strays.
Y'all will hang this win on LeBron James's greatness instead of looking at Jokic letting them down. And that's how they could have won this game.
So the explanation that LeBron James is not the best player in the game is because Nikola Jokic wasn't good last night.
No. First of all, who was the best player on the court last night?
LeBron James.
Oh, boy, stop.
LeBron James.
No. Jamal Murray.
No. Marcellus, LeBron James allowed Jamal Murray to do what LeBron wanted Jamal to do.
Oh, he allows it now.
You were the best player.
He allows them to win a game. He allows them to scare him and almost got a buzzer beater. He allows it.
Here's what I will say. If LeBron can at any point in time decide he wants to be the best player on the court, that in and of itself, Marcellus says that he is the best player on the court. If he can whenever, he said, no, this is what he said, Marcellus. He said Jamal Murray, you're in timeout. You're in timeout now. Like you tell your kids, you're in timeout. You're in timeout, Jamal Murray. You're about to go 0 for 3 from field for the rest of the game. You're in timeout, Jamal Murray. You're about to have a turnover. Oh, y'all were 5 for 5 the previous 3 minutes. You're in timeout now. Y'all are going to make 1 field goal the rest of the game. You're in timeout, Nuggets. That's what LeBron James did.
Hey, I am not going to argue any of that. I am not doing TV up here. All I'm saying is when you're coming down the hill and when you're no longer at your heights or where your resume says you are, you know what you start doing? Picking your spots. You know what you can't do? Pick your spots and still be called the best player in the NBA. And that's the problem. When Durant comes back, when Kawhi comes back, when you're back-to-back
Why is Kawhi gone? Why is Kawhi gone?
When that happens, we can have this conversation again.
Yeah, we shall.
But as of right now, did he prove he's the best player in the game?
No.
Yes, because I got absentee ballots that haven't been filled out by KD or Kawhi Leonard. I only got one guy to judge right now. I can't talk about what KD was before the Achilles injury. I can't talk about what Kawhi was before he gave 3 games away and couldn't lead the Clippers past them.
You get a game.
I can't
talk
about those things.
You get a game.
I can talk about what LeBron James ultimately did last night. And I think you're confusing talent with best player. LeBron James, you can make the case that Anthony Davis at this stage of their respective careers is more talented.
Weak case.
But LeBron James manufactured points by getting to the free throw line. LeBron James stood up and made the stops at the end of the game against the key player for the Denver Nuggets. I can't take away the fact that he did what was necessary to win, no matter how he did it or what the numbers were at the end. I want the guy who's going to lead me to a victory. That's my best player.
Wow.
That's the guy who has the best thing.
You guys are so LeBron apologists that you forget that the reason that the game went the way it went is what happened first. Dwight Howard started. I'm just going to give it to you real.
I believe that I have ever been accused of that.
Right now, I don't know why you're trying to make it all back up. You want some credit for LeBron camp. Here's the thing. How did the game start? Did JaVale McGee start or did Dwight Howard start?
Dwight balled.
Oh, and Dwight balled. And then they won the rebounding edge. So the catalyst of all this was Dwight Howard. After Dwight Howard, then the whole rest of the game until the last 5 minutes was who? Anthony Davis. Is Dwight Howard the best player in the NBA now? Is Anthony Davis the best player? No. You know why? Because you guys want to hang this hat on LeBron because the Lakers win, and you got to say, LeBron, you did this.
We don't.
But you don't understand. For 43 minutes of that game, LeBron wasn't even in the conversation for best player on the court. But now he's the best player in the game.
I'm sorry. In the most important time on the game, in the most important minutes in the game, LeBron James was the best player. So you're going to disqualify him. In the most important part of the game, the final 5 minutes, LeBron was the best player. player in the game.
All I saw was Slick Rick just tell me that the clutch gene statistic in full screen didn't mean anything, and LeBron
There
went
are
on it as well.
qualifiers. That's what Slick is saying. There are qualifiers to this. Marcellus, honestly, I can tell you, Marcellus, you was a bad kid because your mama probably tried to give you medicine. I don't want it. If you don't take this L and take your medicine so we can move on to the next block.